What's going on, boys and girls, and welcome to another edition of Red Arrow. Just because we go to some of the best places in the country doesn't mean it's always going to work out.
There's a larger percentage in this world of clean arrows than there will ever be of red arrows.
100%. See, hunting TV's kind of weird. We could be in any other line of work in the entertainment business and you have a script and the actors come in and you film all of it, but when you're dealing with Mother Nature, it's not always that easy. You know, the simple fact of the matter is luck plays a big part of hunting. Then you factor in stuff like moon phase, animal movement, weather, things in the schedule that pop up. Sometimes you got to cut a hunt short.
A lot of business stuff going on gets in the way of hunting sometimes.
There's just a ton of things that stack the odds in Mother Nature's favor. While we like to keep our shows true to reality and not the way reality stars talk about reality, because that's fake, we also have to keep the entertainment value up. Are you not entertained? And we don't always come out of a place with an episode. This week we're making two hunts into one show. One of them is a hunt in New Mexico at the Quinlan Ranch, which is second to none. Incredible hunt.
We're out here at the Quinlan Ranch, and this place is absolutely phenomenal. I mean, you can look around you and just, this is what you're hunting in. It's gorgeous.
I mean, this is gonna be an amazing time. It's one of the premier places in all of the Southwest. I brought my buddy Mike from Antler King. He's never even seen a bull elk on the hoof. Second one is I spent some time in Texas with my good friends, the Andersons. Now in Texas, we only got to spend like 1 or 2 days down there.
We're here in downtown Houston trying to figure out where we're gonna hang our tree stand.
So this is a little show about a Southwestern tour I like to call New Texico. Being told that we can't call the show New Texico due to copyright infringement laws. How about New Mexis? Tex-Mex, even better. Tasty. You know, I've been fortunate in the past to be able to kill some really nice bulls on video. Stop it.
This doesn't happen in real life. He is a stud. I know elk are tough. I'm used to shooting whitetail. That's a hell of a bull, man.
You know, I've always wanted to hunt New Mexico, but especially after seeing some of the giant elk that have been taken out there, like this one right here, taken by my good buddy Michael Waddell last year on Bone Collector.
Got him. Oh, my. Oh, my.
I'm telling you what, for a New Mexico elk hunt, it doesn't get any better than that right there. Another bone collector also was a big inspiration for me wanting to go to New Mexico and see what this elk hunting stuff's all about, and that's Nick Munt.
Oh, I'm excited. That is a big bull.
I'm out in Kentucky hunting with my friend JC, who's running camera for me this week, and he actually called his buddy Austin Muirfield out at the Quinlan Ranch. Austin's not only the head chef, but he's the camp manager. He's in charge of the goings-on at the Quinlan Ranch, from booking to making sure everybody's taken care of to preparing 5-star meals that I really wasn't used to on an elk hunt.
Now we're heading west to Chama, the land of the giant elk, or the medium-sized elk, or the small elk, because I'm not real picky, but we're excited.
Quinlan Ranch totals about 17,000 acres that you get to hunt. It is legendary. It is right in the pathway of the migrating San Juan herd of elk that come out of southern Colorado. So it's the perfect place to find a bunch of different elk. They're moving down. The migratory path comes right through the Quinlan. You can sit in the lodge and look out over the Chama Valley, the famous Chama Valley, and the San Juan mountain range, and just see some of the most beautiful sights. And then when you get out in the country, it is just unreal. Well, we finally made it to the Quinlan Ranch. Slept in a little bit. We're getting our gear together. Most of the guys are getting back from hunting, so we'll get to hear a scouting report and see the place in the daylight for the first time. But go down here and meet Austin and some of the other guys. Check this place out. From what little I've seen out of my bedroom window, it looks pretty cool. Well, we get to meet Austin. He kind of shows us around the lodge, shows us where we can stow our gear, and the next day we're heading out elk hunting.
We got the Ranger EV, the electric, the new one with ion batteries. It's supposed to be the stuff, so we're gonna put it to the test tonight in the mountains instead of just your typical deer hunt. See what it can really take.
Be nice to pack an elk out there. That's what I'm really trying to say. Got my man Mike from Antler King rolling with me. And we've got 2 cameras now, so we might be able to split up a little bit. He's right there. He's busted us. Let's just ease up there. He's slowly kind of angled that way. He just crossed the gap up there. He's gonna go the same way that other one did, but we'll never make it over there in time to cut him off. They're so fast. Yeah.
We chased him up and down the side of that hill there and had the one at 20 yards, but needed one more step. They're getting pretty fired up though, you can hear it.
That little thunderstorm come through, beat some of this dust down. It's been dusty and dry. Sometimes when you get a good heavy rain, it fires the elk up. We're back here in the same meadow where me and JC, well, and Mike, you and Nevin got into the same kind of action. We've all been in bulls, so it's just a matter of time being in the right place. They're not real callable yet. I mean, you can't expect to rip a bugle and throw out a cow call and have them run you over just yet, but they are getting a little frisky, so we're gonna go take advantage of hopefully one of them's sexual frustrations, as my boy Michael Waddell would say. We are in the bulls finally, and the sun has gone down, and it is too late to film them. But they are fired up. Maybe we'll come right back here tomorrow. You know, most elk hunts we're used to, if we could get a hot plate of beans over a campfire, we're happy. When we come back to the Quinlan, we're just flat spoiled rotten. My man Austin flat out throws down. It's better than any 5-star restaurant you could eat at. It's absolutely incredible, and it's every night. My mouth is literally watering right now. I had a hard time getting through that segment. That's how good it is. I'm serious. Like, I was thinking about the steak we had. So we decided to split up on the last day. Mike goes off. I'm having a pretty good hunt. We're seeing a couple elk, we're chasing a few elk, but then I get a text that Mike has got a shot at his first bull elk. Complete pass-through too. You down? Did y'all find him?
Haven't found him yet.
Okay.
Haven't looked.
So as soon as I heard that Mike got an arrow and a bull, I was going to celebrate with Mike and help him find his bull. I couldn't wait.
So I'm about to go to full draw and he just stops and looks at me at 10 yards. I'm like, uh-oh. And I'm literally about
half draw.
Right here.
Yeah.
Hardy face paint commercial. We're literally like, it takes 2 hops.
Yeah.
Left, and I just kind of just walked right into my train.
10 yards.
20 yards.
20. All right, this is killing me.
It's kind of one of these hunts.
Yeah. This is killing me. Y'all got to show me a blood trail. Let's go find it. Hopefully that storm's going that way.
Yeah. Let's go. Oh.
Words can't describe when you roll up on your first bull elk. I mean, it's unreal, especially for a white-tailed deer hunter. You're just in awe. I'm so excited. I'm fixing to go lay my bow on him. I didn't even see it.
Holy Hannah. How do you even hold one of these things?
You ain't speechless, are you?
I am.
This is what a killing first elk.
I've never done this before.
You're just like in awe. They're incredible.
Compared to the whitetails I'm used to hunting, I don't even know what to say.
Mike, I think, was just in shock because this not only was his first ever elk, he killed it with a bow and arrow, and it's a giant. I mean, this bull is a freaking stud. This part of New Mexico, that's incredible. I mean, that's incredible. You smoked him too, Jack.
Oh man, I did.
You smoked him. That was right where you said you hit him. All right, deer hunter, drag him back to the truck. We owe a big thanks to everybody at the Quinlan Ranch and everybody that made this hunt possible. It was an incredible experience.
The accommodations and the people here are amazing. I can't say enough about it. And my good friend Mike from Antler King, he came out here, first time elk hunter, killed a giant bull. I just heard one bugle. So I got a little bit of time left. I'm gonna go try to kill him.
I got a heck of a hunt. I mean, I definitely had some encounters with some bulls, got really close to making it happen.
I ranged him from where I was to where he came into that gap, and it was 32 yards. I saw his feet and his shoulder. That's all I saw.
It just didn't work out in this case like it sometimes doesn't in any kind of hunting situation. But thanks to JC, Austin, our guides, Nevin, and big thanks to Mike for going ahead and getting it done for us and making us successful on this trip to New Mexico. And we can't wait to get back here and see you guys again next year. Now, moving right along to the Tex part of our Tex-Mex show, we're heading to Texas.
Well, we made it to Franklin, Texas.
Now, we've been coming down to Texas for the last few years to see my good buddy Daniel Anderson.
What's going on? How you doing? Good to see you, man.
You know, Texas is an awesome state. There's a plethora of things that you can hunt down and kill with your bow and arrow.
That's my first Texas buck right there.
Like javelinas,
It got my blood pumping, I know that.
hogs,
Hey, look at that.
rattlesnakes.
I guess that's like holding up their antlers. Look at the buttons on that dude. Daggone.
Deer, turkeys, anything you can imagine. Now on this particular trip, I think I only had really 3 days down in Texas that I was gonna be able to hunt. And not only that, we're gonna be hunting a new piece of property that we know relatively nothing about. I mean, it's a 300-acre piece that's loaded with hogs. We know there's big bucks on it, but we don't know hardly a thing about it. And usually it's gonna take you a couple, 2 or 3 days, if not weeks, to learn a place. So we're just gonna have to get lucky down here in Texas.
This doesn't look safe at all. Yeah, there's a ladder, and then all you gotta do, look, all you gotta do is make about a 4-foot vertical jump up to that hole and just dive through that hole. I think you'll be fine.
We're either gonna try to smack a big buck, and if that doesn't work out, really we'll shoot any buck, but if that doesn't work out, we're gonna kill a big hog, hopefully, because there are hogs running on this place like you've never seen before.
Look how thick wide he is. Like when he was
Think you can kill 2 in 1 shot?
I don't know, I better shoot one of the smaller ones first.
It'd be real fun if they just come in small groups. You just
Oh, shoot one at a time.
your whole group.
If I can shoot my whole quiver tonight, that would be the goal. We're back here by my buddy Daniel's house on a new piece of property. He told me that the only problem we may have with this stand is that there's so many hogs in here they run the deer off. But there's a couple really big bucks in here. This is not your typical South Texas high fence type hunt. This is East Texas. This is wide open fair chase. And all we need now is for something to walk out broadside with either a snout or a respectable rack. That's pretty much it. Texas, day one, kicking it off.
Another fun thing about Texas this year is we're gonna be meeting my good friend from Cirrus Wind Indicator down in Texas, Mr. Jim Akmanon. Your name's a nightmare, Jim. We're gonna be meeting Jim from Cirrus Wind Indicator.
Yeah, I'm glad we got together while you were here in Texas. So anyway, with the Cirrus, and I'm glad we got to come up this week because we just launched our new cover scents. We got the Earth scent, I think is what you have in your Cirrus, and I've got the pine, which is perfect because where we're hunting here now is full of cedar. And so this pine smell or that Earth scent is perfect for a cover. But you basically hold the power button down and you drive air through it, and this thing will produce a cloud-like vapor that reacts to just about any kind of thermal or light wind. And it's perfect like tonight because it's just so hot and still. I mean, it's really undetectable wind out right now and you can clearly see.
And he's already been successful this year on a really good buck.
We had an awesome time fishing last week, and it finished off with just a big giant buck here in Victoria County. That's a good one for Victoria or anywhere. Just an awesome buck in November, and I'm gonna get him cleaned up a little bit and get some photos and call it a weekend.
We do a bunch of bow hunting on the show, and tuning your bow is of paramount importance, obviously, but some people overlook tuning your rifle. So on this particular trip, we're bringing bows, we're bringing ARs, and one of the things that you have to do with your rifle is to level the scope and get the scope set up to the gun properly. I can't stress that enough. Wheeler Delta has really made it easy with some of the products they've got out. Wheeler Engineering put out this scope leveling kit and this torque wrench right here that has a digital readout so you don't over tighten any of your bolts on your scope. You know, just take that, put it on your barrel, put that on your scope, get everything leveled up, crank her down, and you'll be good to go. Then there's no excuse to be missing out there.
All right, well, we're set up for our first official evening here in Texas. We had a morning hunt out of the same stand, and then we went to a concert to see Need to Breathe in Houston and had a good time out there, but we missed out on a night of hunting last night. And apparently just huge hogs came in here and we're just rooting and tearing up this whole area. So we've got a little bit of end game out. My man Jim from Cirrus, he's actually in a blind hunting with us tonight, so he's fired up to kill a hog just like we are. So, and there's a pretty good buck in here, so we're gonna sit tight, see what happens.
Well, it didn't take long for that end game to get the attention of a whole pack of hogs.
Feels good to shoot something in Texas, though. Nice job, man. I couldn't see my man real good. It's kind of dark out here, but we stuck another big old hole.
The first one sounded like it went up in here. The second one kind of went this way, but they both kind of went that way. So I'm gonna do a sweep through these woods with the AR, just in case one of them gets up and is not happy about getting stuck with the arrow.
Well, that was a cool hunt, a couple less hogs on the Andersons' place. And that night we were gonna ride around a little bit and do some night hunting. The footage probably won't make it into this show, kind of a too hot for TV thing. So check our Facebook page and we might just stick a hunt camp video up. Next year in Texas, I think we're gonna have to spend a little more than trace days down there. There's way too much to kill. You can't just stay there 3 days. What were we thinking? See y'all next week.